Hey everybody, this is Eric, and we're going to be going over, well, at least a couple of games from the Jersey Jam Fest. One kind of announcement is that sometimes when they put you in a second, kind of an auxiliary arena, the streaming services don't pick up the footage. So I'm just not going to be able to upload those. Um, Now, again, I offer the same thing as I offer to every other team for all the years I've been doing this. If you guys wanted, for whatever reason, I mean, if you guys want to have a parent or somebody just film the games and give it to me in the form of a USB, I'd be more than happy to take that footage and put it into Huddle. Um, but I mean, that's the best I can do. But feel free. I mean, if you feel as though, for whatever reason, you don't think if the game's not being streamed or if you want better footage, if you want to film it yourself, that's fine. Just make sure you give me the USB and I'll upload it. So we did miss that one game. I don't even know if you guys won or lost. And you did have two games. One of them you got just kind of pretty ugly, I guess. And you did win the other one. But let's embrace it. Let's take a look at the statistics, take a look at the numbers, and remind ourselves what we're trying to accomplish here. Let's first look at this game against Go Up Strong, which you guys won. And even though you won, I want to press you to get a higher, then you need a higher effective field goal percentage if you're going to compete in kind of in the tougher tournaments. So I guess what did I say for your age group? I wanted like 45% effective field goal percentage, and even that you weren't able to get even in your win. So you had a 38% effective field goal percentage, and unfortunately, what this tells me is that the only reason you guys won was because the other team was really really bad. And when I say bad, obviously bad is relative in basketball, but I know the tournaments that Chris is going to be putting you in, and you're going to need to do better than this. Turnover rate, I like that we kept the turnover rate below 20%. Okay, that's kind of like the baseline here, and that's good. And you got a lot of rebounds. You just have to do a little bit better with the effective field goal percentage. But the good news is you kept the turnover rate low, and you got a lot of boards, which usually translates to a good performance. So the fact that you struggled a little bit in the shooting, you more than made up for that with the other metrics. Let's take a look at the shot chart here from this game. And again, what I'm looking for here is as few shots as possible in this bad two area. Now, first of all, there's no real bad twos, right? This is like the worst. And these two little floaters were the only, quote unquote bad shots really that you took. So from a shot selection perspective, I mean, you get an A. I mean, this is actually very, very good. From an execution perspective, I mean, you were 6 of 21 from at the rim. So coaches, I mean, you could click through this and you could look at all these and see, where you could try to improve. But I mean, obviously, if you're going to miss, 15 to 21 layups from the left side, you're just not winning. But at least from a shot selection perspective, you actually did a very, very nice job. Let's look at the box score from this game so we can see some individuals. Um, who did anything here? All right, so not bad. Finn made a three, and Finn 5 for 9 from the field in general. Drew, you were active as usual, so overall not bad. Kyle got to the line, made two out of two threes, 2 out of 2 free throws. Didn't do much else. 4 turnovers from O'Neal. No bueno, O'Neal. No bueno. So we have to watch these. Okay, O'Neal. Whoa, that was all right. I don't mind that. Wait, what? They gave him a turnover for that? I like the aggression. Going for the read. That one, I don't even know whose turnover that is. Okay, so I'm going to give you a break. Not a big deal. Okay, no big deal. But no mas, no mas. All right. So that is Crown versus Grow Up Strong. And then again, let's just bang this out. Let's embrace this last game against HD Pride. Uh, see if there's anything we could have done. All right, so 25% effective field goal percentage, that's not going to work, obviously. You're not beating anybody with that. But again, these other two things, 11% turnover rate, that's good. I mean, you took care of the ball and you did get your share of rebounds here. You just went literally ice cold, I guess, from your shooting. Now let's see if we could have improved the shot selection, maybe. Let's see. Okay, so this is important. Well, I'm not saying you were that great from anywhere, but you see all these bad shots, these bad twos. You had 1, 7, 11, 12. Not only did you shoot 14 out of 60, excuse me, 14 out of the 60 shots you took, 14 of them were bad twos, but you missed them all. So I mean, when you think about this, you shot about the same amount of threes as you did bad twos, and your percentages was actually a little bit better, I think, from three, but at least they were worth 3 points. You know, here, even if some of these went in, they'd only be worth 2 points. So it's not as big a deal as when you get older. And I'll be more aggressive with you about this next year. But it's a good habit to get into to not take these mid-range shots if you can make it from out here. Now, if you can't make them and you're just not strong enough, I mean, this is going to be better than nothing at your age group. But I prefer you'd be able to, if you can make these open threes, to take the step back and shoot from here, or take a couple of steps forward, try to get to the rim. Now, again, 6 of 17, 5 for 14 from here. That's no bargain either. So it's not as if there was too many silver linings, but let's take a look at the box score, see what this looks like, see if anybody did anything. O'Neal, 1 for 2 from 3. So nobody really made anything. But at least you didn't turn the ball over. So that's good. So that's pretty much all I have. I mean, I'll look at the stats for the season, just because we always do that. Stats, whole season. What do we have? 11 games. That's a pretty getting on a good sample, actually. Um, we have, what do we have here? Effective field goal percentage 41 for the season. We need 45, so we're a little light. Okay, not a big deal. 20% turnover rate, right about where I want you, a little below maybe, but at least you're getting rebounds, and that's good, right? So if we can improve the effective field goal percentage just a little bit, you can start competing with some of these better teams. You just got to do a little better, whether it means being a little stingier about taking those bad twos, really make sure you get to the rim, and certainly the more reps you can get finishing at Crown or whatever, the better you're going to be. Okay. Let's look at the individuals. Athlete totals. So as an individual, what do I need from you guys? Well, if you need to have an effective field goal percentage of 45%, that means you either need, well, as an individual goal, what I'd like for you to be able to do is be able to either shoot 45% from two, or if you're going to take threes, about 30% from threes. Because remember, 30%, you have to multiply that by 1.5 because you're taking a 3-point shot. So that'll equate to 45% from two. So that's the same thing. So if you could do 45% from two or 30% from three, that's good. So let's take a look. Who is shooting above 45% from two? Oh, we got a bunch of you. So Finn and O'Neal. And you other guys are kind of close. So that's actually pretty good. Okay. What about who's shooting above 30 from three? Okay. So I like the fact that Drew, he's taking the most of them and he's probably the best at it. So that's actually pretty good. Dylan, 2 for 19. Matt, 2 for 20. Are you guys good enough to take threes? Or should we just have Andrew taking most of them? I don't know the answer. Should have Kyle taking some? He's 30%. That's my instinct is that it's going to be Drew and Kyle taking most of the threes for this team. Colin, 1 for 18. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Again, it's just hard to say. There's a lot of variance in your age group. But what you can do, again, is really focus on shot selection because that is something you at least mentally can control. That's pretty much it. I don't know if you guys are going to Boston this weekend, but if so, good luck. Otherwise, catch you guys next tournament.